What's going on, guys? Give me just a minute here, and we will get this going. We get it out on the socials, but hey, good to be back. So we'll go into everything that's going on here. Got some good information to kind of put out. Also, just catch back up to the community because I was gone for the last week and a half. So that's a lot of good things here. Just a minute, and we will start up here very shortly. And of course, if you guys have any questions along the way, just simply post a comment here or a tweet under this tweet, and then, or you can simply request to speak, and I'll bring you up live. Hopefully everybody's having a great week. We will start up here in just a minute, so just hang tight, and we will get started here in just a second. Bran will not be here with us this morning. He had some other obligations to handle, which is all good, so no worries on that end. But we're going to go through everything. We'll probably just make it like a little 30-minute update because most of the information you guys have already seen, but it's all good. I like to see and expand that here, guys, and it allows me to get back into the flow of things as well, which I definitely appreciate. I'll give it about 30 to 60 seconds, and then we will start up here once again. If you guys could do me a favor, please like and retweet the tweet that I just put out. Try to get the Twitter Spaces out. Maybe we can get some people who are not actively already within our community. That'd be a great help for us and allows us to get a little bit of potential exposure as we have some updates here. So with all that said, I think I'm going to start this up in about 5 seconds. All right. Hey, what is up, ProtocolX fam, PTX fam? This is beautiful September 30th, 2022 on a Friday at our same time that our Twitter Spaces are always hosted. So with this being said, this is a community Twitter Spaces, and I want you guys to be able to engage with me if you'd like. So please do me a favor, like and retweet this Twitter Spaces. Simply, if you'd like to ask a question live, you can post under this same chat, or you can request to speak, and I will bring you up live, and we will be able to chat it out, maybe answer any questions that might be on your mind. But most importantly, we are here to give you guys the information and give you an outlet to the team here to see what's been happening, what is coming up, and how we are with the progress of everything with the project. So lots of great things building up to. As I generally do with these AMAs, the first little bit here will be mostly giving updates to the community, and the last bit will be trying to take as many questions, if you guys do have them, as possible. So please get your questions ready. I like to engage with you. I've been away for the last week and a half. I've definitely been on the socials, but not here in voice. So I appreciate you guys joining in here. So what is happening? What is the latest, greatest? What has been new since our last AMA on Monday? Well, the easiest and biggest one is we do have a new website URL. So if you guys have not yet checked it out, it is simply ptxcrypto.com. I did put the router into the old wall or the old website there. So if you have that old one, tabbed or something like that, it'll still bring you to the correct one. But our website is now ptxcrypto.com. A few main reasons for that. One, we had to update the entirety of the website as far as a visual and definitely detail standpoint, right? If you guys check it out, I think there's a lot of differences in my opinion, including the color scheme, the information displayed, the graphics, how everything's laid out, all that good stuff there. It's all a lot of significant updates with the website, but it also allows us to have a little bit more on the SEO, the search engine optimization side, because as of before, you have the protocol-X, and anytime you search any sort of variation of that, there's almost no chance. It's nearly impossible to get seen on search engines. But with now ptxcrypto.com, obviously as we grow and we still need some more SEO optimization that has to do with that of interaction and people actually attending and clicking on the site. But we have some other things working on with that as well that I'll go into in a minute. So we elected to change the URL, ptxcrypto.com. If you guys haven't checked it out, please do so. There will be a new a new dApp. I think you can see it a little bit now as I go on there. Yep, so you can see it here now. You can see what this dApp is, but there will be several different tabs to this dApp. There'll be some for the X shares. There'll be some for the enhancement of the PTX token. There'll be some for the X swap once that comes out, and then also for the lottery, of course. So those are the things that we will then transition to. So tomorrow, October 1st, we have an update coming with the PTX contract. This is very, very important for anybody out there. So what it's going to look like is your current token that you have in your wallet address, that current, DEX screener liquidity pool. Don't freak out because it is going to just take one huge drop because we are going to pull all that liquidity and deploy it onto a new contract. Then from there, we simply airdrop every single holder on the blockchain instantaneously. It's one contract pull that does all these actions, so it will be instantaneous. You guys do not have to do anything in order to facilitate this. We will handle it all for you. Very easy, very simple. Now, once we get that done, you will have to enhance your PTX to continue to receive rebases. It changes us from a rebase protocol to a staking protocol. So that's the biggest thing that you will have to do. That'll be tomorrow, time TBA. I don't want to give a timeline to the devs and then be 30 minutes, everybody yelling at me. So we will have a time TBA. We will probably cold launch it and then give you guys a lot of information about how to make sure it's enhanced and that you are receiving your daily APR as normal, but also make sure that everything worked accordingly, right? So we need to make sure everyone actually received their tokens. It was the right amount of tokens and all that good stuff there. That is the update that is coming tomorrow. We will have PTX and ePTX tomorrow, October 1st. That is the first step of the next phase of the we have been working on here. The next one will be the XShare NFTs. And that is what a lot of people have been asking me about. They're pretty excited about. I wanted to get a little bit of foundation and fundamentals set for the PTX side before we drop the NFTs, because I don't want everyone selling PTX again, the NFTs, for example, right? That could be but a bit of a double-edged sword. It still stays in the ecosystem. I do want to find a way to cater towards those who just want to be involved with the staking token here at the PTX side. I'm expecting this could be changed. Just a little bit of alpha. Maybe this is where my mind is. I would like to drop the NFTs on November 1st. That's what I would personally like to do. That could change slightly, but I'm looking right around that November 1st to maybe the 15th to drop those NFTs. I think it is pretty important for me to get those out there, even if it does potentially create a little bit of dilution, because we need to be releasing more than just the simple token at this point, or else we're not going to differentiate ourselves from the rest of those who are currently out there. So that is another relatively big update that I don't think I've mentioned yet at any point, but I really want to get these NFTs out and moving around here, ideally within the next month to month and a half at most, and that's important. So if you guys are looking forward to those NFTs, if you guys are not aware of the tokenomics of the NFTs, the sales tax associated with the PTX token, 4% of that goes right to the XShare wallet, which will be distributed to NFT holders by the white paper tokenomics there, right? So there's already already, let's see here. Oh, we took down the little tracker. There's already a good amount of money there in that XShare wallet that'll be distributed out from the sales tax. That is just one simple element of what will be happening with that, the tokenomics. There's actually 14 BNB in the PXBB wallet, which is, that's the buy, back, and burn. And then the XShare wallet is 15.88 BNB in it. So there's already almost 16 BNB in the XShare wallet that'll be distributed to those who own the NFTs once they go live. Furthermore, there's a tokenomics that I released in the Prezi and in the white paper to go into how these NFTs are going to be different than the rest of the NFTs out there. Not only is this a revenue share NFT, this is an access to a revenue building model NFTs, right? So with these, trade bots that we've been working on, you guys have seen how they can function in the ups and downs of them, but oftentimes ups, right? You guys will be getting 50% of all profits generated from those NFT. Let me backtrack a little bit. Sorry, getting a little ahead of myself. All right, so let's say we have 100 BNB from these mints. All 100 BNB, 100% of the BNB from the mints, whether it's one NFT or 5,000 NFTs, goes right into the trading bot mechanics that I've kind of identified and I'll continue to tweak over time. 100% gets put into those trading bot funds. From there, of the profits generated, I'll probably do it bi-weekly, maybe monthly. It will be live often. You will receive 50% of the profits generated from these trade bots via those mints go directly to the XShare wallets and allows you to claim those funds from there. 30% goes compounded back into the trading bots, 30% of profits. So that'll increase your potential returnings over time. Ideally, today, whenever I drop them, maybe November 1st or whatever, will be significantly less than in 6 months, for example, because there will be X amount more money working in those pools that'll generate even more money, right? So that's the general philosophy there. And then 10% is going to go into bolstering the liquidity management system, and then 10% goes back to the treasury. So of all those mints, 90% of it is directly benefiting the ecosystem in the NFTs and in the PTX. And then that 10% back to the treasury is so we can keep the doors open and keep funding future builds. So 90% of what everyone is putting in is working for you immediately. That's what I really want to stress about these NFTs. I think that'll differentiate us from the rest because I'm not taking a penny from those mints. No team allocation from the mints, nothing crazy like that. Goes back to work for ProtocolX because that's what you are all here for, right? So we need to continue to support you moving forward. That's a pretty significant and different adaptation that I think is currently out there in the space, and I definitely look forward to that side of it as well. Ideally, we'll get some marketing between now and then, allow us to hopefully get up on the CMCs and CGs of the world. Now, if the markets, they're pamping right now, but if they do take some weird downturns and they drop back down, Bitcoin 17,000 in a month, well, then it is what it is. We work with our fam. We continue to build. I can't sit here and sit on my hands and cry that the markets are and not keep working. So I'm gonna keep working. Ideally, the markets are better and allow it to be even more, and that's what we're here for. But it is what it is. If they don't want to be good, then they don't want to be good. I don't really care about that. We got to keep doing our thing either way. Sorry, got a little lightheaded. All right. Hey, if you guys do have any questions, please simply request to speak on here. Type a question away. I'm also Discord open, so shout out to you guys there. If you type a question in there, I'll answer it. Or you can type it here on this AMA or on this Twitter Spaces AMA. Please tweet this Twitter Spaces so that we can really get this scope out there to the world because little by little we need to keep this rolling for everybody involved. Let's see what else is new to come. Oh yes. But of course, how could I forget? Another thing to the NFTs side, they are going to pay out in the PUSD. The brain is kind of malfunctioning. Okay, we're all good. PUSD, that algorithmic token that we've talked about all so much, that incorporates a 2% buy, 2% sale, and 2% transfer tax in order to continue to increase its appreciation. Totally BUSD backed, 100%, and increases in value over time. So those NFTs will pay out in PUSD. Why is that important? Well, simply put, if you guys, you're claiming your PUSD, you can sell it immediately if you'd like, or if you'd like to sit on it, it'll appreciate over time as well. So that just gives another outlet for maybe a potential passive income methodology over time by utilizing PUSD instead of BUSD because it is backed, but the taxes associated with it as everybody else is buying, selling, etc., including the contract, which is buying it. We're buying it, by the way, to distribute it out there. Then it increases your value of PUSD over time, which is pretty cool. So that's another aspect of that. These NFTs will be not tradable or not transferable until they mint out per tier. I don't remember if we've for this fully. So once that base tier line fully mints out, you will be able to sell them on the open markets. I also think that's kind of important and pretty neat because it allows us to say, hey, we don't want these to be undercut. But at some point, once there's 5,000 minted out and then they're all used up, why not? If you want to sell your NFT, you should be able to. And maybe by that time we have, 5 times what we have in the current trade bot pool working for those NFTs, brings more intrinsic value to them. Maybe we hit another bull market. People like NFTs on BSC, whatever it might be. It creates just another opportunity for you guys to be able to manage your own finances appropriately into the future, which is really what I'm about, right? I don't want to lock you guys in. I don't want to say, hey, I'm going to put you on hostage alert and you got to do X, Y, and Z or else it's not going to work. That's not what I'm about here. I want to create this environment that's beneficial for the future, beneficial for today, and allows us to create a real new aspect of DeFi that hopefully is going to help kind of change the tides over time as we see other good projects cut out there with their generally good ethical and moral standing, which we all like to see. All right, so I think that was my updates on the website, on the NFTs. Maybe I'll drop them November 1st. I kind of look forward to that. Usually Brand will come in here and he'll filibuster for a while, but like I said, he's a little preoccupied. But shout out to everyone, 23 plus people in here. Love to see it. Yep, so another good point by Clown Style. Remember, the NFTs are also burn when they're upgraded. So they are limited. And as you guys upgrade it, so even if you just get that base NFT for one BNB, let's say 100 people upgrade or whatever, that creates more incentive and more rarity for your base level NFT. That's pretty cool, right? It's a system that isn't already out there. I think it's interesting in a lot of different variety and a lot of different variables where obviously upgrading with the X keys allows us to help burn PTX and really benefit the system in the long term. But it also gives you guys an opportunity to create an environment for which your NFTs become more rare just by simply holding. That's pretty interesting, right? So it's an interesting thing, and it's not out there yet. So I look forward to it. I'm excited about the NFTs. Contracts are done. Contracts are audited. I haven't gotten into that yet, I don't think. So let's see. Maybe we'll post the audits here later today. So all the contracts have already been created. That's another good update here. And audited. That includes PTX, the updated one, ePTX, PUSD, every NFT contract, XShare, XLottery, all created, all audited, all ready to go. So we are here working. These things are already being built and developed. Now the XShares and the XLottery, that's a ton of front end work, a lot of back end kind of integration there. So those do take time and they take a lot of money, if I'm going to be real with you guys. But that being said, that's the contract side's already done. This allows us to then piece it together little by little, allow us to put this all into as it's supposed to be, line by line. So more good information on there. Let's see if I can get the audits put up here somewhere. I'll work on that, and maybe we'll get that posted today. I think it's a good idea to try to post the audits before we go live tomorrow anyway. So I'll look into that as well. I think I talk fast because it's been 17 minutes, and I think I've gone over all my updates, which is cool. But hey, I've been gone for a week and a half, so I am on skates of, happiness. I don't know. I get anxious when I'm away from work, and I've been working just by cell phone. It's not the same. I need to be back here working on my computer, running these AMAs, chilling with you guys, watching Bitcoin pamp to 20,102. Shout out to that. So lots of great things here. I wonder what BNB is doing. Hopefully some good stuff as well. Let's see. Oh, 289. What up, BNB? So lots of great things happening with the markets today. Hey, I don't think we're out of the storms yet, but if we can hit 22,000, that'd be fun. I'd appreciate that on the Bitcoin side. Let's see here. Theo. Are there prices for the BNB? Yes, friend. There are, are there prices for the NFTs? So I would definitely recommend, Theo, that you check out that white paper, you check out the Medium article. It goes into how you upgrade that. So you basically exchange your inflationary token, your PTX, for X keys, and that contract immediately burns all of that PTX, the entirety of it. Boom, takes it out of circulation, can never be sold, and that allows that to help us increase that price stability over time. And then from there, you upgrade your base NFTs to the higher tier NFTs. And obviously, now you have a better NFT, a higher proportional rate of the NFT revenue share model, and then less PTX in circulation. So it's a win-win for all involved. I love the mechanics behind it. So many of you guys know that, yeah, I definitely started as a community manager, but I like numbers, I like economics, I like all that kind of that stuff there, that side of this world. So it's very entertaining for me to be able to kind of play with that side and try to make it ideally as good as possible for everyone here. So shout out to that. Let's see if we got another question. How's our trading bot liking the Bitcoin pump? Okay, so Chicken Wrangler, good question. We have one Bitcoin one that took some hits over this last week. So right now, I think we're going to just probably get back up to close to break even for the week by the end of the week. I've actually had to help it a little bit. But this one, it took some, like, it basically just called the wrong signals like 3 times in a row. It is what it is. Trading bots aren't flawless. They are built by humans and, of course, do what they're supposed to do. But I put it long manually yesterday, I believe, and we're up 28% right now on the Bitcoin one. And I put a long manually this morning on a Ethereum one. It's up 7%. So it's fine. We're making them work here. I don't expect us to have a huge week because it did take some major L's. Actually, if you look at that huge red candle on, I think it was the 27th, basically this thing, it tried to call a long on that. It was a big mess. It basically flopped a huge red candle, which happens. But I don't stress out about that. It's the joy of trade bots is that I don't have to stress out on them. So maybe I shouldn't even be helping them out by trading them. But well, last week the same thing happens, and I closed us out with a 42% win to finish us way up on the week. So sometimes I could use my own brain and help these trade bots out because ShibBot is pretty good sometimes. Shout out to that. I'll have a report put out here over the weekend or by Monday for October. So lots of good things coming there. Great question, friend. Let's see if we have any other questions here. If you guys do have anything on your mind, like I said, I've been kind of out of town, a little scatterbrained, trying to catch up on everything this morning. So if I am missing something, please ask away. Try to ping me as a reminder, and I will answer that for you. If you guys do want to request to speak, simply tap on that request to speak button. I'll bring you up here live, and we will take care of all that. Let's see here. What is Bet Swirl? Shout out to that. Bet Swirl, welcome here. I like betting, so shout out to you. Sometimes a bot needs humans. I do agree. Sometimes they do need a little push. From Clown Style. I wish Twitter Spaces on desktop would allow me to speak on mic. I want to say thank you to the team for these past few weeks and all the work they've put in, even while on holiday and whatnot. Also, the community for hodling strong and just being fantastic. Yeah, that's a great point, Clown. So, guys, we did have one big sell-off the other day here, day or two ago, whatever. That was a pre-sale lot. People kind of got a little stirred up in the chats. Hey, it is what it is. I've said this from day one. This is your guys' investment, your money. I'm never going to sit here and say, "Well, you shouldn't sell." It is what it is. People have different life circumstances, and maybe something happened in their life for which they needed to pull money out. Right? That's perfectly fine. Or maybe they just don't believe in the vision anymore. That's perfectly fine too. It's my job not to judge those who make those decisions, but to try to build an ecosystem and a business that encourage them to make the decision the other way, for example. So that's all I worry about here. Ideally, we don't want people selling off, a whole pre-sale bag like that, but it is what it is. We keep working, we keep building. Community has been absolutely amazing. You guys are fantastic. It's it's legitimately amazing. So I love having you guys here. Most of you are incredibly loyal holders, and it's really allowed us to help build, but keep everyone's mentals also strong because it's hard in a bear market. If you see a token price tank, it's hard to get those new investors brought in and all that stuff there. So it's all good. No worries. Shout out to all you guys, though. That's what I want to there. Make sure we have all the questions answered. So it's only been 23 minutes. These AMAs generally shorter than the Discord ones. We will build them up to be hour plus AMAs once again. I guarantee that on the Twitter Spaces side. But every single week, we get more and more people in these Twitter Spaces. So again, guys, hey, actually, let me know real quick. If you guys don't mind, please let me know the timeline of this Twitter Spaces AMA. Would you prefer it at the time that it started today or 1 hour later? I've heard from those over in Europe that 1 hour later would be a bit better. Maybe also in the US because it would be 11 a.m. or noon or Pacific time or whatever. So let me know, please. Is 1 hour later better so that it would be, let me think here, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It would be 4 p.m. UTC or 3 p.m. UTC. So some people like this time. We'll kind of go from it. I don't mind either way. I genuinely, I do this full time. So if we do it this time in an hour and 2 hours, doesn't really matter. So no worries on that end. But let me know if you guys genuinely don't like the times of either the Discord ones or the Twitter Spaces AMAs, and you guys really want them at a different time. Hit me up. We'll make it work. I'm not worried about it. Let's see, got some comments popping in. Shout out to that. Current time is good. What are you minting? What are you mining back there? What am I mining? I don't know. I don't think I'm mining right now. People got into the mines, getting I just haven't gotten into mining. Probably should have 2 years ago, but it is what it is. I like trade bots. All right. Make sure that we've answered all of our questions. Do you guys have anything on your mind? I don't think I missed anything here. Good little update. Shout out to Brand for holding down the fort while I've been away. I could have done those AMA here, but oftentimes I was out in town, and the service just isn't the same as in the U.S. for AT&T. So sometimes it wasn't great. But that being said, I'm very happy to be back. I genuinely enjoy Texas and the United States, and allows me to work from my computer here, which I like, and then I can get these recordings up pretty quickly. So shout out to all you guys for joining into this AMA again here today. We will have probably a much bigger one on Monday. So if you guys are not yet in the Discord, please go check out our Discord. Get on in there, set your alerts for it, because every Monday we have AMAs at 8 p.m. UTC in the Discord on Mondays. Please get and join those ones. These ones generally are shorter here on the Twitter Spaces. 30 minutes is actually good for them. It's perfect for them. But really, that Discord AMA is with the fam, with the vibes, questions left and right, people coming up to talk. Brad and I going over everything in the world. So definitely join up on our Discord. Shout out to everyone here who joined in today. And I think that'll come to a close of our weekly Twitter Spaces AMA here on this beautiful Friday, September 30th, 2022. Shout out to you guys for joining us. Please, if you guys have any recommendations, suggestions, whatever it might be, simply drop them to me and we'll make them happen. So thank you all for joining. I will catch you in the Discord and on Twitter through the weekend, and then hit you guys up on Mondays. Discord, Community AMA at 8 p.m. UTC. Peace out, fam. Thank you for joining.